Oh, hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that tap send is make? But yeah, Mahama media, Texas, you drew her. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere.
Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Late than never. Obviously, we are late coming your way with Showbiz Daily today, but it is good that at least we are here to do it in our own special way. So let's gather 8:47 though. In the next about some 40 minutes or less, we will be running away from here. We just want you to know we are alive, because when we just came yesterday and today we are missing in action, it wouldn't sound so good. So just to make you know that yes, we are here. Reason we had to come late and still represent and register our presence here to you guys. My name is Sammy Flex. This is Showbiz Daily. That is the late Showbiz Daily. Special thanks to Digital Rasta. He's called Currency, who is doing camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show, and Tap Send is also holding us down. If you are watching us and you are thinking about how to send money from abroad to Ghana and to some selected West African countries, remember, Tap Send does it so easy for you. Get yours today. Download the app, put in your key details, use the promo code SammyFlex, and this will surely give you some extra cash into your wallets. Umpewe now pedewe. In the studio, 3-man squad as usual. Roland Amate, representing Shagzi and Shatter Movement Empire, is seated. In Team Dode Solomon, representing Flex Entertainment Limited, as well as in Team Dosu Digital Solutions. As Chemo will be representing me in court very soon.
Yeah, for sure. That one is.
He's going to win a case hands down. You guys should watch out for that. Yeah, so we are back, and we have to just look through matters arising, and we sure will be running away from here in just some few minutes. But as usual, anytime we do this with you. So if you are watching us, whether home, from afar, near, or whatever, you can also share an opinion or two based on the issues on board. First, let's start talking about TB Joshua's documentary that has been trending on YouTube especially, and then on Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms, Twitter, where the world is discussing it. Almost every corner you get to, someone is discussing TB Joshua and the documentary. So far, what can we say? Our general overview about the documentaries. I hear episode 1 to 3, and they are trending. The views on YouTube, crazy views. Of course, it is TB Joshua, though he is late, as in he's dead, buried. I'm sure by now, his body would have been gone by now, composed or something. Now it is gone. Everything is, you cannot see the body as it stands now, but still he is in the news. That should tell you how great a man he is. Let me start with Chemo. Chemo has taken time to watch some of these episodes. General overview about TB Joshua and matters arising.
You feel some way for the accusers. I mean, some people don't want to call them victims. and the reason is that we cannot verify whether what they are saying is true or not.
It's factual or not, yeah.
Because it's difficult to get evidence for some of these things. So, but it's, for me, it's believable.
Okay.
When you listen, when you watch the whole narration of the documentary, what they are saying, I mean, is
you are tempted to believe
them. Yes, it's even difficult to doubt than to believe them. Yes, but we know that for those who are really into the man of God, they will not accept anything. Even if there were evidence, it will be difficult for some of them.
The other day I saw somebody wrote that I have to update my list of people I don't have to debate with. Members of TB Joshua. First it was SM fans, but now it's updated into members of TB Joshua's church.
Yes.
Well,
for some of them, no matter what, they will not believe whatever you say.
okay.
But the story is really sad. Like when you listen to the narration and how it all happened, you feel some way, like for the victims. Just that, for me, I have seen the trend. I mean, all the pastors that they have people
have accused them.
It follows the same thing, like the manipulation part, abusing them sometimes sexually and even sometimes physically. It has happened several times. I mean, even if we go back in 1978, Jim Jones, the same thing. Just that as for him, people were saying he was even doing both, not only women. He was even doing
men as well.
In 1978, Jim Jones, to the point that he even served them with poison and a lot of them died. Yes. And then again, Uganda 2000, the year 2000, about 23 years ago, the same thing happened. The man of God, he convinced them that they were going to heaven, and then at the end of the day, he just bent everybody, like all the church members. They died,
including himself.
No, he escaped.
He excluded himself.
Yes. After putting all of them in a church building, closing everywhere, like you can't get out.
Set fire on them.
Just set fire on them, told them that they are going to heaven. But he escaped and then ran away.
The devil is a liar.
Yeah. That thing also happened. And it's the same line. Like, at a point, that Uganda guy, he was the one serving them, giving them food, giving some of them place to sleep. Like, all the charity work that you can think of, he was doing it. The same thing with Jim Jones. Jim Jones was on the street talking to people, giving them food. If you don't have shelter, he will find a way to help you with it and all that. The same thing that they are accusing TB Joshua. He was the man of the people, doing charity works. In fact, we have seen some of them in the videos that we have watched, and even outside that we have heard the things that he has done. So I'm not surprised that the trend is one way. Where I have issue is that even people who are talking against TB Joshua, they are also following the pastor who has similar tendencies or similar traits happening right now.
Character traits, yeah.
Yes, but they think that for their pastor he is holy. There's that TB Joshua is the one in trouble today. So that's where my worry is. I think we should talk to people to not have so much faith in their pastors or their church leaders. And one thing that I also disagree with the documentary is that they were trying to portray him as an occult leader, instead of saying a religious and in fact a church person. In fact, when you Google Jim Jones, they don't consider him as a pastor. They consider him as a church. They consider him as an occult leader as well. You see, so it will not convince anybody, or it will not help in putting people on their toes that be careful of the pastors or the church leaders that you follow. Because when they are telling the story, they call them occult leaders. So it's like they are different from the main church people. No, they are pastors. We know that they were using the name of God to do stuff. Why don't you just call them the church leaders or religious leaders, but you want to call them occult leaders, as if they were not Christians or they were not following the Bible or whatever. They were all following Bible. The Jim Jones case, the same thing. The Ugandan case, the same thing. And now TB Joshua, the same. But they call all of them occult people. They want to separate them from the church because they feel that it will give it a bad name. But I think I disagree with them. They should call them church leaders as they are, and then warn people against it.
They should not divert it.
No, don't make it look like church is okay. It is happening in church.
Yeah.
And this is not the first time.
I get this your point.
Yes. This is not the first time.
When they argue that he is an occult, then it means for the church it is still sanctified.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is happening in church. We know that he was doing it in the name of church, God and other stuff that you can think of. So why do you call him court leader instead of calling him the man of God who deceived or manipulate people or something? Say it as it is, so that people know that hey, even when you are going to church, be careful because some of them they
can be deceived. Yeah.
Yes, that kind of thing. So I disagree with that part, and I don't know the aim of apart from the fact that it is going to serve as a warning to those who believe in pastors or church leaders so much. I don't see the end again, as in whether they will punish anybody for it or whatever. Because when you watch the documentary, even the church leaders, those who are in charge now, they had a response for the BBC people, and they were saying that this is not the first time somebody is accusing the pastor of doing some of these things. So they don't have any response for
those who are alleging.
Apart from what they are alleging, they don't have any response because this is not the first time. So it's for them it's a normal occurrence happening to the pastor. So they won't respond to it. It's a sad thing, but I think yes, people should watch it and learn from it. Like the way and if there's any positive thing in it, like those who are doing businesses, those who want to learn from a man like, I think TB Joshua, let's give it to him. He was a master plan of marketing his church. It was so amazing. Like from the episode 1, they were trying to set up how he did the operation, like how he orchestrated everything, how he was able to even recruit some of the people that he calls disciples. It's so interesting. Like I like his business side of things. The whole thing is supposed to be a sad thing, but that part I think we can learn from it. He did a very fantastic job marketing the whole synagogue church, making it a worldwide thing. It wasn't like only Nigeria, it wasn't like only Africa, it was worldwide.
Everywhere the man steps.
Everywhere. Like I saw one of his videos when he went to I think Mexico. The place was full, like full to capacity.
And there is no musician or a footballer.
No, a gospel like a church leader filling a whole auditorium. Like you can see, like the people were. It was huge. It's sad that something like this will happen to somebody, like the victims. But the thing is that the pattern is. It has repeated itself so many times. So people should just learn from it. For those who were victims of whatever happens, I mean, we can just wish them well that they should move on after whatever happens. And those who will not believe it, no matter what, they won't believe it. So we should just leave people to take it as it is. But they were doing narrations. I didn't see any hardcore evidence like they were doing that he did it. No, nothing like that.
It was just some script people were reading.
Yes, the narration, what has happened to some people. We just have to give them the benefit of the doubt that they are telling the truth. But for those who also believe in TB Joshua, they will not take it. And that's why I'm saying that for them, even if you bring evidence, they will still have something to say about it. So we should just leave it like that and wish those who were victims at this point or the accusers, we wish them all the best and they should move on with their life. It has happened whatever happened, now they have endured it to this point, and even seeing it will give them some form of relief. For them to live their life.
Well, still on TB Joshua, Prophet TB Joshua saga, the BBC documentary that is running online at the moment. We are asking general views about it, what you like about it, and what you don't like about it so far. Team Dodi Solomon has spoken. Whilst we are watching the live edition of Showbiz Daily, you can also share your opinion, which I'll be reading after Roland Amate, especially for the first topic. I'll be reading opinion after topics, and I would want to get yours as well. So feel free and drop your opinion. As it stands now, social media is still discussing the man of God. I see some people who are for what is happening, and a good number of people who are also against what is happening. Let me listen to what Roland Amate adds to this. Ro.
Yes, I mean, for me, for the reaction, I'm not surprised. Actually, yes, some people would believe it, others would never believe it, because all of them, both sides would have so many good factors to give out the reason why they believe or not. So it still makes sense in the sense that yes, this is not the first time, and in fact, even when he was alive, he was accused of some of these things.
Okay.
Not even this one is just probably bigger than the ones that they like happened when he was alive. So definitely, it will be seen as bigger. But then, it is some of us are not so surprised because even when he was alive, there were
some allegations
like that. They came, and even some top people who are also alive currently have received yes as well. All the top people that
they've received some of these allegations.
Okay. or whatsoever. The top people, the top pastors, especially because we are talking about the Christianity and the pastor side, I want us to remain there. All these people have received it. All the top people, name them, all of them have been accused one way or the other with all these allegations. Not even one exempted. When it comes to faking miracles, you are joining a certain occult than the Christianity they preach, or whatever, they being abusive, whether sexually or physically or whatever, or they being manipulative, all of them have been accused of it.
Okay.
However, I want people to also consume some of these things with caution. Because yes, as much as some of these entities may seem credible, they should also know or not forget the fact that certain lies can be well packaged.
Yes.
And they may look true.
And a lie, when it is well said or well told, can seem to be true.
And we live in that world now, where people can orchestrate, like cook, package it well and bring it to you, and you would think that like psychologically they can manipulate a bunch of people and you will fall for it. Let's look at how some false information are being driven on the internet today. Before you realize, even not long ago when Asantua was doing her cookathon thing, one is it ambassador, an Indian Lebanese ambassador was there, and the first information that came out was, the person that is the current record holder has, and that information
was the president flew in to come support.
Yes, and that information was even carried out by top media houses. That was the shocking part. Top media houses that normally people would run to verify certain information. These are the people that were running with this particular story. So yes, we know when it comes to human institutions, none is far from blemish. You definitely get some of these things, whether it is true or false. We just have to, whenever we see some of these things, me when it came, I watched the first one and I watched the second episode, and after that I was like, yes, we can only proceed with caution. Because the truth of the matter is, you can never know who is genuine and who is not. You can never know.
That is true.
Even the people who are defending the ones that they are with now, or even the ones that they like, people who are defending even the TB Joshua Synagogue Church of All Nations just self, they don't even know, if you ask me.
I see.
Everybody is doing what they think is right. And that is the world we are all living in. So because we don't have it figured out all the same, we should tread with caution. That is the only thing I can say. Because some of these informations, for all you know, some people can just sit and say, okay, there's this group of people that we think they are being too powerful, and we would want to collapse them. It can be an agenda, and this can be transferred from one generation to the other. Let's look at the pattern. Let's look at the pattern as to how they are able to target all these top people who are Christianity and religiously inclined. How they are able to target them, and even the kind of allegations that have been leveled against them. It has a pattern. So if a group of people would want to drive an agenda, they can equally do it. Package it well, and there is nothing you can do. And there is no way you can answer for it. Somebody can just cook a lie, put it on you, and Charlie, so yes, we as consumers, we can only be careful. Else, some of these things, if we decide to take them hook, line, and sinker, we might even be doing ourselves a certain disservice. Okay. Because I can tell you that yes, as much as excuse me, as much as this man is being portrayed as the worst person in the world, I know definitely, genuinely, somebody has benefited without the person being a victim. Somebody probably might have benefited without the person being a victim. For those who have become victims, it is unfortunate, and we can only sympathize with them. In fact, we are even happy some of them
sympathize with them on principles.
Yes, even that oneself.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I say.
And even with that, at least we are also happy that at least they even have the power or the guts to even come and voice out whatever they went through. If you have the strength now, at least glory be to God. At least you can. We pray you can move on with your life. That is the only thing we can do for you. Like we can do for you as of now. And also use your story to educate some people. Yes, some people will say, oh, so why are you bringing the story now? Yes, the person can choose whenever they would want to tell their story, depending on how they feel at a particular time. Okay. So we can only learn from whatever. The angle that Chemo picked as to the business sense here. See, pick all the top people in that line. They have the same. See, the similarities, the similarities in how they do things, it is the same thing. How they pick their followers and disciples and whatever, pastors and whatever, it has the same pattern. The same pattern. How can you tell me it is a coincidence that almost all the top men of God that we have in the world are either divorced or having marital problems? Yes, it follows the same pattern. And funny enough, all these people, whenever they are having marital issues, their wives will come and accuse them of they being sexually abusive and physically abusive. They have the similar, like pick X people from their camp and they will tell you the similar stories. So some of these things, when we are hearing, we should just advise ourselves. Yes, even if you trust somebody, have a limit to it. You should be guided as to how you deal with people. Else, if we take this hook, line, and sinker, we will do ourselves a disservice.
Well, interesting submission by my panel members so far, and some of your comments here. Frederick Apia says, good evening everyone, happy new year. Clement Ibrahim Abdullah says, good evening to you all. Fifi Kofi says, hi family. Frederick Apia comes again and he says, the documentary is not about the church, it's about how he treated some people. Some are saying why now, but we still talk about Hitler. Okay.
The church is for him. If you take TB Joshua out,
no, it's not even about. It can't even be about the church. Yes, it can be. The church is not an institution to control itself. It is the human beings that can control them. SKP Anokwa says, welcome back again guys. Brother Sammy, please let Chemo talk about Shatter and Mr. Logic issues. Hey, what exactly do you want me to say there? Chemo not on board. Frederick Apia says, France has a new prime minister. He is only 34 years with less than 20 ministers. Ghana, give the young ones chance to work. Hey, really? When did he come? 34 years. Wow, that's some crazy something. But we wish him well. With less than 20 ministers. Wow, ruling the whole of France.
But 34 in Ghana is risky.
No, you can't. You can't. In fact,
in Ghana,
you'll not even be allowed to.
By law, you will not be allowed. But even if, like, we didn't have any law like that, I think it's still risky because our system will not let you grow and have enough experience at age 34 in Ghana here. No, that you have enough experience to rule Ghana now. The system is not. Like
skewed.
The way it's skewed. The way the system is, you can't get enough training, you can't get enough experience to rule at the age 34. So for our system, no, it's not good enough. Your education will not even be to any point that you have enough
to come and
rule. Yes.
Yeah.
You can only complete if you go to our system. Complete university at the age 22.
Okay.
The youngest person to complete now, based on the system, is around 22 years.
Oh, okay.
First degree, and again, our kind of education that we have here. Your first degree is now even turning into like a
senior high school certificate. Yes, so, that one I've seen it long time.
Yes. So, what experience do you have to negotiate or do some serious business on behalf of Ghana? So for that one, yes, we should give young ones chance, but not with this system.
Every young one.
Not with this system. Unless he's saying that we should just import our Ghanaians abroad to come.
Oh, okay. So I hear he was appointed just today. He was appointed just today, and that is Fred Appiah supplying that information to us. Room Musics, one says, watching from Spain. Big ups to you guys. Arum, thank you so much for that update. Same way. Now let's move on to do some other businesses here as well. You can also send yours after getting us. You people, your comments, I want to be reading them same way, so keep sending them and let's do some more. Now to other news. Our Singathon lady, the lady who attempted the world record, Efia Asantua, is in the news, and as it stands now, many people are going for her head because of a statement. In fact, what someone will consider as a harmless statement she made. Yet people think that no, it was harmful enough. It was not harmless. Now it says, if I get disqualified by Guinness World Record, I'll blame Kuami Eugene. And Efia Asantua is talking that if I get disqualified by Guinness World Record, I'll blame Kuami Eugene. The story reads from Ghana Web. Efia Asantua Bunum, the Ghanaian journalist, entrepreneur, who is hoping to be confirmed as the holder of the Guinness World Record longest singing marathon, has stated that she'll blame High Life artist Kuami Eugene if she gets disqualified. According to her, she has a crush on Kuami Eugene, which in some way affected her when the said High Life artist graced the event venue while her Singathon was ongoing. She revealed that she forgot Kuami Eugene's lyrics for Aswodin, a song by Sister Fia which featured Kuami Eugene when she saw him at the Singathon grounds. Kuami, and this is a quotation from her, Kuami Eugene is my crush. That guy came and I forgot my lyrics. I said to myself that he was going to disturb me with his presence. If Guinness people do not give me the record, it is Kuami Eugene. My husband knows I have a crush on him. So when he got there, I said he shouldn't have been there. I couldn't remember his lyrics to Aswadina, just like him, she said in a video shared by Sika Official on X, former Twitter. Efia Asantua Bunum declared intentions to break the Guinness World Record for longest singing marathon. The event began on December 24th, 2023 and was scheduled to end on December 27th, 2023. And I don't know if Richie, there is a video that you want us to see. If it is, we can watch it briefly. Then I come back to ask my people whether they are also going to support those who are after her head, attacking her left, right, and center, or to them here, they think that the people are just overreacting. Let's watch this. I'll be right back.
What's your favorite song?
Favorite song. Now,
Favorite artist?
No. Now I like the Kuami Eugene song.
Monica.
What song? What's your favorite song?
Favorite song. Now,
Favorite artist?
No. Now I like the Kuami Eugene song.
Monica. Now the broken heart.
Yes.
Eugene, do I make crash? I said, you see that guy
Eugene,
came
you're
and I'm in Kami lyrics. Be more, but now I'm saying, Kwame, what happened? If Guinness people doesn't give me the records, Kwame Eugene. My husband knows. So when you got that, say Kwame, what happened? When you man can I sang Aswading, and you know his rap comes after. I did everything. I couldn't remember.
Really?
I'm being honest with you. This is breaking news.
Wow.
I couldn't remember. I just like him. I just like him. Right from
this broken heart song currently.
Yeah. Leave me now, you're okay.
Oh.
Hey, I don't go follow you again. No do. Broken hearts, no go catch me. Man, no go hurry. I know before here.
So you couldn't sing the song when he was standing by you?
And
Hey, I said, pal.
no, change. You when you see your crush, what do you do?
Latif will give you the opportunity to sing. Why?
And I ain't cruise that on.
Okay, so.
Alright, so you heard it for yourself, where Afia Asantua Adjonu is saying that Kwame Eugene is her crush and that should she be disqualified, we should blame Kwame Eugene because her presence mesmerized her to the extent that she could not even sing the lyrics of a song that she has known or she had known all these years. And today, if you go on social media, especially since the story came out, attack everywhere on Afia Adjonu. Chabo, why would people attack her? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me hear you.
Yeah, I think she said it on a lighter note, but sometimes you have to be careful the things that you say, especially when you are coming
in the public
into the
space.
limelight. Yeah. Now she's more or less a celebrity, so she should be careful the things that she says. I mean, if she says this in a circle with friends, like if you are with friends and you say something like this, I mean, it's on the lighter side. Nobody will take it serious. But if you say something like this on TV, they will take it in a different context because now they see you as a celebrity. And in fact,
even now she's enjoying celebrity status.
Yeah.
No two ways about that.
Yes. So you have to be careful that you say in a public space. Well, for me, I saw it like I can see that she said it on a lighter note. She was even laughing after saying it. But the thing is, people will not take it like that. You think that, oh, this is just something that I can say. No, she should know her status now, and now be careful with the things that she will say. She can't say anything like the way she used to say it.
Yeah.
No. Now she's not in that space again, and she should be aware of it.
Now what she says carries weight.
Yes. So even if she's not aware now, then people should be prompting her, like, hey, now you can't be saying things anyhow that you want. In fact, you can't even be moving to wherever you want to move to. People are watching. People will see things, and you should be careful. And in her case, people were saying a lot of things about her husband, like even to the extent that some were saying that they are not matched or something, like they a whole lot. So if you say things like this, you are giving those who were using that side, like the way they are fatal, way they are
Those
like,
statements, yeah.
Yes, you are giving them some
Power to do more.
even do more.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful the things that you say. At the point that nobody knew you, nobody was going out saying things about your husband and or your match and whatever. Now they see you in a different way, and now they are even saying something like that. So if you say things like or a crash or no crab or no, I couldn't sing and all that. You are giving those who were saying that your husband doesn't befit you. You are giving them reason to even say
that.
Yeah. So for me, I would advise I can see that she said it on a lighter side, but it didn't
suicidal. Well. It is suicidal.
Yes, suicidal for her marriage and even her personality as well. People will not take her serious if she goes that direction. So me, I would advise her to be careful now about the things that she will say. She said it on the lighter side. So now she has given the agenda people
platform
to bash her or come after her. I think with time it will go down, but going forward she should be careful about the things that she sees. Yeah.
Okay, Roland will also come in here. What do you also think about that statement?
Of course,
she made.
For some of these statements, the social media in-laws will never be happy. Especially when some of them have been fighting others who are accusing you or who are alleging that your husband is not a match to you, or you guys are not a perfect match or whatever. Of course, they will not be happy, especially when you make statements like this, because they will see it as a disrespect even to your husband. And some of these things, unfortunately, you probably might have said it on a lighter note. You probably didn't mean it, or might probably be joking, and you want to say it for the press, but the translation into people's mind is totally different. They might see this as a disrespect to your husband, because if somebody that you sleep on the same bed with do not have that kind of influence on you, yet another person who you don't have any relation with, in fact has no connection to, is able to have that kind of influence on you, then the person that has been able, that spent the whole night, 3 days or 4 days with you, during that time, how many minutes did Kuami Eugene spend there?
I mean, when we came, he was living.
Exactly.
I remember when Shatta went there. That was
exactly
when he came to show. Kuami Eugene did not even enter the glass, did he?
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this is your husband that has been with you throughout the entire period. And you want to say, if your effort goes to waste, we shouldn't even blame your husband, we should go and blame another person. Then it is even scary. Then it means that if the person has that level of influence on you, then it is scary for you to be left in a confined area with that person. It is scary. We shouldn't take this lightly. Because yes, she probably might have said it on a lighter note, but the manner in which she said it, you can't take it lightly like that. If somebody would want to take it serious, the person has every right. Because we know how people get starstruck when they see people. We know how people who love their idols, especially their celebrities, behave when they see them.
Yeah.
And in those people, we know how we manage them. We know how we control them. So even in that quest, they don't hurt themselves. So if you would want to place yourself in that manner, then it means that leaving you and that person, in fact, we have to think twice. Oh yes, we have to think twice. Because anything can happen. Somebody who can make your head go blank. And we need to look at it with a second eye. Because assuming celebrities meet, we are in a place, then we say, this spot is just for popular people, because your husband is not popular. Of course, he would have to excuse you. And we need Kuami Eugene. And we know how some of these celebrities behave when, escort me to my car, do this, do that, do this. To somebody that is able to make your head go blank in public, where people are standing on their feet, just saying, I'm out for cherry at
but
you.
Even she herself was tired. She still caught feelings.
Exactly. That is what makes it even serious. So the people that were shouting, break, zero. You saw them as ghosts. No, it's some way. It's some way. So me, I would also advise her that yes, if people are bashing her, she shouldn't take it as if they hate her. But then she rather has given them more arsenals for them to use
to fight back,
to use against her.
Yeah.
she should be very careful when she's making statements, especially when she's happy, when she's sad or she's angry. These three instances, she should be very, very careful, because she's now proving that in any of these three instances, she has a tendency of giving herself away or giving her people arsenals for them to shoot at her. She should be very careful. Else, Charlie, people want to disrespect you and your husband. They just need a certain permission from you, and this is an indirect permission you are giving them. So, tomorrow there can be a possibility that if you are sitting and there's one seat left, your husband and Kuami Eugene, you probably would give it to Kuami Eugene. Yes, that somebody can make that probability, and you can't fault the person. So please, she should be very cautious about some of the things that she says. The social media in-laws here, they will never take this on a lighter note, crowd. No, they will give it to you.
But can we also make this look like it is just fondness for Kuami Eugene? It is just likeness for Kuami Eugene, and not crash as in someone who can
no, you see, everybody
because yes, I understand that there are crashes that we admire, and there are crashes that we are weak before them. We are not too sure which of the crashes she's talking about.
No, she stated it.
No, she said she likes her so much.
Exactly. No, you see, you liking somebody, you like it. We all like the stars that we move with. Even though most of them, we see them on a daily basis, we like them. But there are levels to which they influence us. She has proven that when she said, I like Kuami, if she had said, I like Kuami Eugene, it would have been like anybody's like. But for you to say, in that instance, the circumstance that your head was able to go blank, and she said with her own mouth that Kuami Eugene shouldn't have been there, that means her likeness to Kuami Eugene is not the ordinary one that we feel. And even in that state, mind you, Kuami Eugene was not the only person there as at that time. There were hundreds of people cheering at you, singing and dancing, and you were tired. Even the booth that you were in, you were not there alone. Everybody was there. Your mind was not able to concentrate on any of these elements around you. Even the fatigue and tiredness that you were feeling, as at that particular point that Kuami Eugene did not matter. Everything went blank, to the extent that a lyrics that you on the normal day you can just be called from sleep and you sing, you forget. This is not a normal likeness. This is not a normal. She has explained it. There's no need for us to dilly-dally or hold breath for her. She has explained the kind of influence Kuami Eugene has on, because this is one that makes her go weak, to the extent that her head was able to go blank, forget lyrics. That is the kind of influence she said. So this one there, Adabraka.
Now, Mr. Edu should go to Edu sing.
Yeah. Mr. Edu should increase the number.
Go up. So
Rockstar
can match up.
Rockstar can.
Some people are.
Wow. It's a big issue though. Some of the comments here read, Starboy says, Happy New Year. I thought you guys are not coming back to showbiz. I mean, it's a new year. I see you still didn't touch on your studio. I thought that's why it's taking you so long to come back for holiday. Oh, debut, Pacho. So, I mean, I just want to confirm, is Roland really the one beside headless YouTuber? Because I have been seeing some videos about him revealing his face. Keep watching, you know. Benedict Sapon says, we are live. Okay, we are live with original Shatter Movement manager Sammy Flex, and Ferric Apia comes again, and he says, I heard one presenter saying Efia and her husband marriage is sympathy one. Who married who on sympathy? Ignore those presenters. They are all part of the problems of this industry. What is it? Where were they when the marriage of sympathy was being signed? And who married who because of sympathy? Those people, they are a problem. This year, the Chemo has said we will deal with all of them.
Fire.
Now, music producer Roro has been talking, and he's directing his arsenals to the gospel world or the gospel fraternity. His observation needs to be discussed, whether indeed it is true or not. And again, even the accusation the people he is accusing, are they really at fault for what he is saying? Roro put out a video on his Facebook timeline addressing why or how the gospel media is selective, only throwing light on some people and ignoring the rest. Is there any substance in this? Let's watch this video. When I come back, we are going to have a conversation. Stay tuned.
For Yemobia Fishiapa, Yedanyankopon said, "What share swabo yina yehubai na yina year 2024." We thank God so much for life and then for strength. 2023 was a very good year, so far as the gospel music is concerned. Now 2024, you say Nyankopon be niyama kesi bebre. Yeah, let me just go straight to the point. Niyama be also in our gospel music industry. I think it's about time you can't want some na and niyama tucha and you're so pleasant. We can't circle our gospel music around just some few people and some few groups. And maybe say won't need that group man, I won't count one. Oh yeah, DNA ko kama cry it me buye ni guso shed say yen kan wansem, which is very bad. Chale ni kofo yes anema we aseti agendas ni niema bebre kwa and some of them cry won't your monka nyankopon ne pagya ni pa nyame ne hira ni pa. We can't do the same thing enye forever. So at here I follow lots of radio and TV programs bebre I kasa about gospel music in 2023, and it's so sad. Say, yeah, Eugene people who say we stand for the gospel. Gospel, and he say yes, sending Yankopon asem. That should be the first agenda. Nanipa ati Yankopon asem, etini aji Yankopon edi Yankopon echi, edi achi akrama Yankopon. The akawe chibiano, eye bibi fufu. But I don't know. How can you talk about songs and make key impact in 2023 as in gospel songs and you forget about great anthem, forget about the Star Baby album? You know, it's I receive calls and like you need to be in a certain group, you need to belong to a certain particular of people before you be push you. And I said, no, this guy has been in the industry for close to 30 years, still Jinaninaso. We should give him that according that I don't even know what to say. Okay, let me say this. In 2023, in January, Ampon release. The whole gospel industry was so quiet. People are pushing nearer to some certain songs, say, and then 2023. No, 2023 started with great Ampon, with controversy between Odie Papa, Daddy Lumba. Look at what that song did. That song did in January 2023. This song got TV stations and radio stations on the street interviewing people, talking about it. This song got pulls on radio stations against Yeninaye Papa deal. Such a legend. And Ampon was on top. I'm not trying to say be a competition and but may train Eugene so. Then fast forward in February, he releases Star Baby. That are not gospel song be in you. So January, February, Star Baby. I would say so be what be or the be counter the American and family. No gospel song ever. And yeah, this kind of trend, started trends on social media, on TikTok. It was Star Baby that paved that way. Just go, the records are there. Senyuma across, not just people who love gospel music, like everybody in Penning 4 stars, everybody. Duetti, TikTok with a song. It started with Star Baby. So if you could talk about stuffs and I say Numa and making impact gospel songs in 2023, and you forget these songs from Great Tampon, from Onyamia Ketia, ye release Star BAB, Jatabewi Talia, Ole in the beginning. These songs are bangers, Ejimua Bepim and Ne. These songs, and then you talk about gospel songs that made impact in 2023, and you even forget about Great Ampon. Oh, Charlie, yeah, my name be a mobile, too much. And you know, fine, you might have your agenda, you might associate yourself to certain artists. Hey, cool, but no crabby or no mana yanka, and manu look so obvious, ya shedana, which wouldn't help. Please, we are for the gospel. Let's stand for everything gospel. Let's stand for everything gospel. Yema nyankopon asem ne akrana yetwe amanya me through whatever we are doing. Any number one before any other agenda. You know, whether it comes to awards or whatever, those things, you know, are good. Eboa ema o ye bibia hu se adina wo ye no nipania so ekoso eboa. You're fine. Awards no my GGB. I'm happy. I love. I talk about it. But my sani man in the reality in whatever that we are doing. Charlie, Juma Great Tampon has really worked in 2023. Dude, I'm lazy. I'm tenacia be permanent. This is what I'm just cutting across. Yeah, man, okre and deji. In 2023, when we talk about not just 2023, say ye fat gospel song, a generative trends on the internet, on TikTok, on everywhere. A kati across we are seeing now Bia, Statia, and Sana other songs so bad. It's style Biabi and Onyamia Ketia. You know, you can't take it unless say Obinsu Obibi Odibe counter the making, then maybe, you know, but for now, that's it. That is the truth. Ntia pamucho. Yem fan of craning to baby was say a call the people to whatever that they deserve. Nyami Shamu. And don't forget, in 2023, Nicolas Omane Champion released Through Pass, did so well, still doing well. We had songs from Pastor Yaobuachi Dankwa Abandoning, the remix which he did with Morris. Just check it out. Catch Kuami appear Father Christmas. You drop it in Libronia. Still doing well. Check it out. It's all over everywhere. Sammy Young. Ayeyin Tuma. Charlie, just check that sound out. You know, still doing so well. Is all over everywhere. Everywhere that song is all over. Ayeyin Tuma, but by Officer Sammy Young and also on. Then Pastor Sampon, you know, released a couple of songs doing so well. Then Miami Bra Penny, Pastor Richard Kuami, songs like Showdown, then Fufro Cry Drop on me Jiffa, doing so well. It's all over the internet, everywhere. Just check it out. Pastor Richard Kuami doing very well. And a banger, Eugene Musisia and so a pushy, a kobe, a Mama Gina, featuring Great Ampon. And you the title here, Adum. Stream all over everywhere. Fine.
Looks like Roland Amate does not even want to give Roro Buddy benefit of the doubt on the agenda he is pushing. Roland is making it look like he is also having his own plans and intentions behind this particular video we just watched. But let's face it, if you know some realities and people ignore it, it is hurtful. Maybe I can use Shatawale as an example. There are cases where Shatta would do something achievable that you would expect, some key people will talk about in the industry, and all these people would ignore. Yet one person does something and you go, hey, you go like that. If you are closer to such a person and you see such a thing, won't you be disappointed? I'm sure that is what Roro Buddy is trying to tell us, and I wonder how Roland will defend this by not agree with Roro.
My namesake.
Why wouldn't you agree with him on this? He's saying.
It is not as if I don't agree with him.
Okay.
In fact, the space is very big, and by his experience and knowledge in the game, I am expecting him to have come to terms with some of these situations by now. Like how you narrated with the Shetawale example. Now, if you have spent at least 5 years in this game, you are supposed to know this and know peace. You see, the things that unfortunately he was accusing others of is the same thing he came to do, nothing different. It's the same thing he came to do, nothing different. Even in his initial statement, he made mention of the fact that, he knows some people that are driving agenda for others. Roro, you are very influential. You are very big in the space. Even, which is why we are even discussing your statement even today on this platform. Because you have that relevance.
Of course.
So whatever agenda you would want to drive it. Nobody is stopping you. Just like nobody has the right to also stop the people who would want to drive their own agenda.
Fact.
Because as far as I'm concerned, the names that you mentioned were also not on the other people's list. How about that one? Yes, we know some people are portraying themselves as people for all. But if you know, you know. If
Support.
You know.
They are supporting them.
Of course, if you know, you know. See, Richie, Links Entertainment Boss, made a statement that to him, Hammer is the
best producer
of all time.
Yeah.
And when Kuami Dazi posted the story, somebody came to comment, that's his opinion. Of course, that is his opinion, not yours. That's why he's not sharing your opinion. Whoever made or which people made the list that you are offended about, it is their opinion. Is that the final thing on what it is? No. Is that the validation? See, whatever Roro is saying about Great Ampon and the things that he has done, these are things that are not in hiding. They are very evident for everybody to see. So if somebody in doing his list decide not to mention him, what stops you from also mentioning him? In fact, as you also
maybe he needs validation from such people. You know, there are some people who have made themselves opinion leaders in the gospel space. So if they are talking and they are part of it, if they are talking and they don't mention you, it means you are not being recognized. These same people will talk for you to get nominated in award schemes here and there.
Right.
So see. Yeah, you can mention some names. We are not defaming anybody.
Yes, for this 2024 day, they should come. We are a table of men who push for people like Scott Evans to get no.
No.
But they won't talk for.
What I mean is that Roro pointed out the problem and the solution at the same time in the statement. He said that because you don't belong to their camp, you are not affiliated to them, so when they are mentioned, they will not mention you. Want them to mention you. You want validation from them. So do the needful.
What is the needful?
Join them.
He doesn't want to join them.
Of course, then you will not get it. You've pointed out the problem.
But do you think it's free to join?
Exactly my point. It's just like you seeing people travel outside, and you would want to travel, but you don't have the ways and means. You don't have the money to travel. Yet you are angry at the people who are traveling. How? You want to join them? No, you want validation from them, but there are processes. The process is to belong to them, to affiliate yourself with them, to find a way to be in their camp. You have not done that, yet you are angry that they are not validating you. How is that possible? No,
he wants them to be professionals. Like, you guys have to be professionals and know what is really happening.
They have proven to you. In fact, you know in your heart of hearts that it will not happen. In fact, that is why I'm happy he said it in his initial statement that yes, that is how it has been that is how it is now in the industry. So now, since you know this is the problem, everybody is trying to project whichever camp they belong to. Focus on also projecting the camp you belong to, because as far as I'm concerned, maybe he may not see himself as that influential, but I tell him he is.
Yeah,
he is.
Fact.
The kind of influence he has in this industry is no joke.
Fact.
If we are looking at Roro's portfolio, it's huge.
Rich.
Very rich, to the extent that when he says, people will listen. So he shouldn't take himself or his word for granted and go and seek validation from others that probably may not even have any bearing on whatever agenda he would want to drive. He can equally do it. He can also build his camp and also drive the agenda some, rather than going to fight other people who have also toiled to build their camp. Besides, they didn't build their camp just because they are who they say they are. It took them some. Do you know what the table of men or whatever groups that he's referring to? Does he know the kind of fights they fight every day for them to maintain that particular position? No, and it doesn't come cheap. So he shouldn't expect them to just give it to him simply because yes, he's Roro or it is great ample. No, we should. The Bible says, "Work out your salvation with fear and trembling." So you should know that it is not just a walk in the park for you to say, oh, because Ampo has done this. Yes, whatever Ampo did, it is very evident for everybody to see. But then, even the people who have traveled the length and breadth of this world, are doing man of the year. Who doesn't know that they travel the length and breadth of the world? We know who saw them, but people are still doing man of the year. So if you cannot also do something, don't expect somebody to come and blow a trumpet for 2024. Nobody is blowing anybody's trumpet too. If you know your stomach is not strong for you to blow a trumpet, find something to chop, carry your trumpet and blow it.
Or pay somebody to
blow it for you.
Okay, Chabo.
Yeah.
Chabo, that's his man now.
Yes. Full disclosure. I was part of the team, the Great Ampons team.
Okay.
I mean, I was behind the scene helping them putting certain things together. And I think we did a great job. So, for the part that people were not talking about Great Ampon, yes, I will agree with Roro. But it's nobody's fault. We know how they do it. I mean, when I mentioned Scott Evans here, his people came for me. And it wasn't for free.
Yeah,
we know the table of men leader or one of the leaders, Ninoy. He was doing videos, in fact, replying people's comment with the video of Scott Evans and all that. And we know it's not cheap. So for Great Ampon, I don't remember her spending any money or giving people money to talk about Great Ampon or something like that. Yes, it was just about what people will see or hear, and then they will talk about it. So going forward, I think maybe I have to talk to him that if you want people to talk about Great Ampon, we have to.
There is a way to do it.
There's a way to do it. Sometimes we have to pay, and sometimes we have to also make ourselves available for people to talk to us. Yes, Great Ampon went to a lot of radio stations and TV stations, and they welcomed him. He did some interviews and all that. Yes, and his name was around. I mean, he trended for some time. He was all over the place when the song was, I mean, on top. We wish that he would have stayed on top for longer than it did. I think that's where Roro is coming from. But for that one, I think that's where your team and the resources that you have will do the magic for you or push you more, like what some people have done. I mean, if you don't have it, then you just have to deal with whatever you have and take it like that. So for Roro to be frustrated that people are not talking about people like Great Ampon, I mean, you can say it, but the frustration should rather go into what do you have to push the things that you want it to be out there. In fact, we have a lot of musicians, and they all want you to mention them or discuss them, and in a particular way. So the people who are going to do that should have a means to select which one or how they should do it. And one of the means, if he doesn't, I think he's aware, is money first, and then again people who love your songs. So if they love it, they may talk about it without you even calling them. But others too will also take money to push it for you the way you want it. It is called marketing. So I think we should be rather find a way to get ourselves into the space than to blame people. You can blame people all you want, but it won't happen for you.
The work won't work.
No, it won't. Shatawale told us that he is the news, he will keep us talking. And we are always talking about Shatawale on all the platforms. He's not paying anybody. But still you are talking about him. From 2023, even in fact the beginning of 2024.
He's the guy being talked about. Yeah.
He was the guy everybody was talking about. So you have to know how to make people talk about you. Either you pay them to do it or you do things that will let them talk about you. So for him to blame people and how they do their things, no, it will not solve any problem. For those people, apart from the fact that maybe they may love the gospel and other stuff, they are also doing business. For me, the way Scott Evans people came for me, I saw it clearly that they are doing business. That's why this year I'm ready to also do business. So I'm waiting for them to come back. Yes, so that we can be a business partner. They will market their thing. I will also market my thing. You will see how it will go. So for Roro, I think he shouldn't bother so much. People will only talk about you if you do what will let them talk about you. And it's clear. It's either you pay them or you do things that people will see it necessary to talk about you.
I see. So we are closing in just some 1 minute. What do you guys think about Chef Fela, the lady in Tamale? I hear she's wrapping up her thing tomorrow at 10 a.m. So it means she's done 10 days straight.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about her? Like,
interesting. The energy, unbelievable, and she's still moving. So we can only support her and wish her all the best.
Hey.
But what she's doing is unbelievable. In fact, that's why it is called world record.
Yes.
It's not so cheap.
Yeah.
Anybody are taught to do it. So I think so far so good. She's really doing well, and her name is all over the place. I think Ghanaians have done well. Everybody is talking about her. People are even flying from.
Do you know now people are flying.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'm using the right word. Like you know now the close of I'm going to you know it has all dropped because everybody is expecting her to offend it.
Yes, and she's.
Some people even lost count that and she's still cooking.
Yes.
We are tired for her.
And she's doing fantastic job. I don't know where the energy is coming from.
Hey.
Wherever the energy is, I mean.
Charlie, if she doesn't get the record today, we will go and fight Guinness. Hey, we go and fight the Guinness book keepers.
I mean, I think she wants to keep it for a long time before somebody even there.
How many people can do this? 10 days.
Yes, it's serious. 10 days not sleeping. Hey, 10 days old.
No, that girl is something else.
It's serious. Yeah, it's serious.
Hey.
Yeah.
Bro, let's close.
We will thank Chef Fela for showing us what a real cooking marathon is.
Hey.
In fact, the other one that we saw that the craze was all over about the.
You mean Hilda Bassi?
Oh, that one was just.
It was a cook 100 meters.
That one was a short put. A short put. In fact, this is what a real marathon is, and the quality of it. Is what even makes the whole thing very beautiful. Like the quality of how the thing is being done, is being prepared, is being presented, how the whole thing is being celebrated. And it's before, when she announced, I was having a conversation with somebody and the person was saying, oh, she should bring it to Accra and all that, and that is going to give her good mileage and all that than Tamale. And I said yes, probably we can all agree. But then when you also look at how that particular side of the country has also been projected, especially their cultural aspect of it, I'm also happy that at least, if not for anything, yes, it cannot be compared to the mileage that she would have gotten if she had done it in Accra though. But then when you also look at the kind of eyeballs that have also gone there, you realize that yes, it has also served the purpose. And all the same, the whole event, as in the marathon thing, the cooking marathon thing, the quality of it is what gives me joy. That at least when a Ghanaian was going to do it, it wasn't 20. When it was 20 hours, people were blowing whistle, wake up. But then she was able to do it personally. The quality of strength that she has exhibited, even with the cooking and everything, the contributions that came and all that, I am really, really happy, and it will give me that joy that yes, she would hold the record even for a long time when she's finally endorsed or given that particular title. This is what a real cooking marathon is. I would want to say to Nana Reagan, I am sorry for challenging him the other time when he was saying, oh, the Dabasi was just cooking noodles and fried egg and all that. In fact, it is true. We all saw some boiled water and all that, even part of the cooking. But this one, food has been
boys
presented.
like violence. It's
Food has
okay.
been
I don't want to be
presented
part of this violence. I don't know who sponsored this violence. Mutala Muhammad Dan Tony says, hey Roland, a headless YouTuber. Now Frederick Apia says, Roro is right too. The table of men thing is dangerous to gospel industry. Starboy says, if I hear any biases, shatter comment from this channel, I'm unsubscribing from this channel like I've done to others. Only you and headless left. And I get you this year 2024. I'm not go agree for anybody. Well, it is also your decision. On this note, I would want to say, like I said earlier, better be late than never. It has been good. At least we registered our presence here, and we want to say thanks to you guys because we came late. Some of you might even think that we did not come. Tell someone that Showbiz Daily came over here on the channel, so you can still watch it in your comfort. Special thanks to Intim Dodo Solomon, to Roland Amate, to Digital Rasta Currency, who did camera, Richie Flex, editor director of the show, and to you for spending quality time to watch us here on Sammy Flex TV. We appreciate your company. Remember, you can still share your opinion, and if you've not subscribed to us, please do, because here we've not even started our 2024 yet. Trust me, we are still settling in. Yabre yegusuhumi, ya tichina, mubeti yeka. I didn't change every patai. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll see you when I see you. We out of here.